Any organization in which feelings come before principles is one destined for ruin. The House of the Hearth is hardly an exception. Perhaps I can offer you this consolation at least. As our guests, you two will not be held accountable along with them. I would imagine Linny, Lynette, and Fremine will be able to... As for Filial, Nantoy, and the others, I'm afraid there's little I can do. They can try to escape, but once you know our secrets, there's no getting out alive.
But that's all.
Ah, you seem concerned. Out of consideration, if Linny and the others manage to dispose of Clairvy in the meantime, all evidence of their wrongdoing will be lost. In that case, I could hardly... If their efforts are unsuccessful, on the other hand, all will be held accountable. And the punishment will be severe. Of course. Oh, and here, I believe this belongs to you. It takes a considerable amount of time to train a bird like this. It would be such a pity if you were to lose it.
Wait, where did you get that?
Well, I'm afraid that's all the time we have to chat. Now, I asked you to meet me here because I have business at the Palais Mermonia. It has nothing to do with you, but I think it would be prudent for you to stick by my side for the time being. There will always be... Well, time to go. Looks like... It's been a while, Monsieur Neuvillette. I must say, I wasn't expecting my meeting request to be approved quite so quickly. The Palais Mermonia operates with...
It is only right that an esteemed diplomat such as yourself should be afforded the proper level of respect. Although, if I may speak plainly, I must confess that I did not anticipate we would have the occasion to meet again. I see you brought the Traveler and Paimon with you as well. If I may inquire as to the purpose of your visit.
I'll be departing Fontaine shortly. There is, however, an outstanding matter that I would like to see resolved. It requires a rather lengthy explanation, I'm afraid. So I took the liberty of explaining everything in this proposal.
I understand your request. However, at the risk of causing offense, I must admit that I fail to see why you would wish for such a thing.
I heard you have a certain fondness for water tasting, Monsieur Neuvillette. So allow me to use water as an... A family is like a large body of water with countless rivers flowing. As someone who watches over this system, I would hope that each river that flows... Of course, objectively speaking, I know this is impossible. Most of the rivers will dry up along the way, disappearing into the... Not all rivers are destined to reach the ocean, but I would not see their existence rendered meaningless. I believe the water that flows within them is simply meant for a different...
Did you get any of that, Traveler?
Your words paint an optimistic picture indeed. Allow me to remind you, however, few among us are willing to sip from a glass.
It may have been tainted at one point in time, but not to worry. I'll make sure it's strained of all...
I seem to recall there being a transactional aspect to your proposal. Perhaps you could expound on...
If you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette, I will gradually withdraw my forces from Fontaine. And, unless absolutely necessary, I will no longer carry out any special missions.
I presume I can take your words to mean that, in the future, cases similar to the Tartuffe...
Tartuffe? Ah, That thief who embezzled funds from all those charities, you mean? My deepest condolences to his family. Of course, if you accept my proposal, Monsieur Neuvillette.
You choose your words carefully indeed. In that case, I am inclined to accept your proposal.
My thanks for your generosity. Well, with that settled, we should be going now. I took the liberty of bringing along 2 bottles of spring water from Snezhnaya for you to enjoy.
Indeed. I trust you would not overlook your commitment in the meantime.
All right, Traveler Paimon. Time to go.
So, what exactly were you talking about back? Paimon only heard you mention some rivers, a large body of...
You really want to know? I would imagine there might be more pressing...
Lenny, Paimon really hopes everything... Oh, Paimon recognizes that look. You've got your thinking cap on, don't you, Traveler?
Oh, shoot. Are you alright? Oh, jeez. I'm so sorry. I was so focused on selling these papers, I wasn't looking where I was... Well, let me make it up to you.
Oh, you don't have to give us anything.
Please, I want to. It's not like I'm short on supply. It's my fault, really. I was just trying to bring home some extra mora for the family, but I bit off more than I can chew. I haven't had...
What's going on here?
Nothing much. I just ran into your...
Hold on.
Of course, I'm happy to compensate you with mora, it's just...
I'll take 3 papers. Here.
Oh! Thank you for your patronage. May the Archons bless... If only I had the chance to run into such generous customers every day. I should probably just take on a...
Well, now that my affairs are settled, we should take the boat back to Poisson. We've even acquired some light reading to enjoy along the way.
Actually, why don't we stick around for a little longer? Paimon just realized how hungry she is. She can't head back to Poisson on an empty stomach.
It appears you two are under the impression that delaying our return will somehow alter the situation in your favor. That being said, I could be persuaded to give Linny some extra time. If you agree to my request, I'll even answer some of your questions. You're quite curious about Clairvy, are you not?
Wait, why are you being so generous all of a sudden?
You overestimate yourself. You don't have the talent for bad things.
Then what can you possibly...
The most important consideration in a negotiation is that both sides receive something they want. Demands and threats. Wonderful. Here it is. When the time comes, make the choice that you deem most appropriate in the situation.
Okay, sounds normal enough.
That is for you to decide. Then we have a deal. Follow me.